I know. Because they don't do
A
it.
lot of penalties to be called.
Oh, you think that's why? Yeah.
So I wonder if
dead.
I wonder if it'll work.
Oh, is that working? Let's see.
Maybe I had it wrong. That looks more favorable, right? Okay. We got Moose, Coos, and Boylan on the front side. Ella Peterson working through. Got to establish a good zone here. Moose in the corner, battling for that. Dangles. Boylan jumps down there. Gets it. Looks. She was thinking about passing, thinking about shooting, and then unfortunately the polar just barely got a stick on it. Okay, it looks like we got some audio. That's excellent. All right, for those of us catching up, it is 54 seconds left in a power play. Coos, Moose, and Boylan out there. Coos wins that cleanly. Little deflection. Coos tries that one. Moose comes up with that. She's looking across. Looking for an opportunity. Boylan in front. Good save by the D. Oop. Carlson loses her feet. Nice pass off the boards. That one just barely cheats out. That's all right. Because the Lakers come up with that again. Coos activates. Coos, Boylan going in to try to chase that one down. The defenseman makes a nice move. Right on our stick, though. I like that. It looks like we've got a change happening on the forward side. Gray, Cohen, and Bailey jump out. Gray gets in the way right away. Down to Bailey. Bailey tries to hook up Cohen. Carlson out at the point. Cohen tries to dangle. Ooh, the Polars come up with that. Here's a break for the Polars. Number 14 from the Polars is pretty quick. She's a big kid. Right off the goalie's face. All right, that's a great save. 19:43 left. The shots are 3-1. Cohen along the far side tries to chip it out. Good puck luck there. Bounces around and ends up right on her stick. She gets it deep. Bailey goes for a change. It looks like Witherspoon's jumping out. And Bray is causing some trouble down there on the forecheck. It's fantastic to see. Witherspoon comes up with that after a battle along the boards. Witherspoon in the corner, dangling. She's got two Polars right on top of her. She tries to fire it there. Boylan's now jumped on the ice. I'm not sure. We got a lot of changes happening. I love it, actually. In a day when you've got more than one game to play, it's important to try to keep legs fresh. Cohen, Boylan, Witherspoon now. Oop. Witherspoon gets just a little bit unlucky there right at the blue line. Polars are coming in. Quinney's back on defense. Quinney, good job just angling to the corner. Nothing fancy there, just good defensive hockey, angling a kid to the corner. You got two Polars and two of our Lakers down there battling. Witherspoon moves it up to Boylan along the far side, who chips it forward. The Polars just barely get a stick on that. Quinney gets chased. They got us tied up in our own zone here. The Polars down there battling for the puck. We keep some good definition on our defensive zone. Oh, that puck is bouncing around. Great save. There's something on the ice there that I think we may have tripped over. I'm not sure what that is. The ref just picked it up. There we go. Okay, Strothman on the far side, battling for that puck. Quinney sees Boylan. Boylan lets it slip through her feet. She decides to go around the outside. Ooh, just enough by that kid to try to knock her off. Witherspoon's there. Great job chasing down that play. Great job. Boylan and Witherspoon are, Boylan's probably getting a penalty there for punching somebody in the face. Probably a bad penalty to take. I think there was a little frustration there that may have been boiling over. Okay, so on our penalty kill here, we got 2 minutes left of this penalty kill. 19:45 left, 1-0 lead. Coos and Moose are on the front side. Oh boy. Number 4 fires. Nice save. They won that cleanly and got a nice shot off. I think that's Peterson and Ora on the backside playing D for us. Good patience. Good. And he's trying to achieve that red line so that you can dump it. The Polars just barely come up with that one. Great D. It's a physical game so far. All right, we get a clear. Polars are back to pick it up. Polars look for an opportunity. Kuz almost has that one. All right, number 34 on our team. That's Ella Peterson zipping back. Ora works it up to the red line. These are tough penalties to kill because you've got to get it all the way to the red line. Unlike if you're watching professional hockey or higher level hockey, you can't ice it on these penalty kills. So it turns into a game of trying to get it to the red line so that you can get it deep. Annie chips it, tries to go for herself. We're here on our near side. So far, the Polars have not had much success on this power play. And we've done a pretty good job interfering with them getting set up. Let's hope that continues. We've got 45 seconds left in the penalty kill. Ella Peterson's back there. This is also a tough period to have a penalty because we're on the far side from our bench. That is not going to go all the way down. That's not nice. The Lakers achieve a quick change. All four skaters. Cohen gets out there, picks up that puck, senses some room, decides to go around multiple people, enters the zone, works it over to Bray. Bray looking at it, works it back down to Cohen. Cohen's now in front of the net. 9 seconds left in this penalty kill. Number 17 from the Polars chips it to herself. She's got a 1-on-2. Not enough speed to get away from our players. Now we've got full strength for the Lakers. As Bailey Brown jumps on the ice. Bailey sends it on. Oh, almost had an opportunity there. Bray causes some trouble. Bailey comes up with it. She's looking at the far end. Sees an opportunity to cut to the middle. She takes that middle. Ooh! Just misses the near side corner. Back to Bailey. All right. Polars come up with that one. They're trying to organize to get a breakout. They're coming down the far side. They dump it low. Cam Carlson's back there to pick that one up. Little pressure from the Polars, no problem. Ooh, the Polars still got it. And launches one over our goalie's shoulder. That's a 1-1 game. It's a pretty good shot. Just a quick rifle right over the goalie's shoulder. Not a lot you can do on that. All right. One with 15 minutes and 1 second left in this first half. Witherspoon wins that one. Goes hard into the zone. She gets tangled up with somebody. The puck gets knocked to the corner. Looks like Strothy is there to help out. Boylan gives chase. We dump it back down low. It's excellent. Witherspoon gives chase. Witherspoon, she's there. Boylan now jumps into the play. Tries to feed the point. They get a lucky stick on it, but it's right over to Witherspoon again. Witherspoon tries to get it into the net. Strothman. Great job, Strothy. Oh, no. RD keep it in. That's a clean. That's clean. There's the Polars again. I think that's the defenseman that maybe got Nora Boylan a little mad last time. Oh, tries to dangle again. Off the boards, good clear by the Polars. I think we might be seeing the same strategy we saw last night, which is just cleared at all costs. And dump it low when you get an opportunity. They're going to give us a workout on our skating. Quinney's back at the corner. Tries to clear it out. Doesn't quite get loose. There's big cheering from the Polars for the collision in the corner where they came up with the puck. That puck, it's knocked wide. Here we go, trying to get it out of the zone here. Lots of hands flying around, to tell you the truth. Trying to get it out of the zone. Can't quite get it out of the zone. There's some big bodies down there, too. Now that's finally out of the zone. Witherspoon's there to create some trouble. Fighting off the check. They come up with it. They have just enough. Quinney works it back down in. It looks like Boylan Lots of physical activity by these Polars. Just if they don't quite have the puck, they just decide to right off the goalie's face. I like that move. Remind the goalie if you're going to make a save, I'm going to put it off your face. Cohen works it back down. Ooh, to the corner. They intercept that pass. The Polars try to gather, try to get it out of the zone. Again, here we go with the icing. The moment there's a little bit of panic, they choose to ice it. 12:47 left in the first half here. It's a 1-1 game, 4 shots on goal. At this point in yesterday's game, I think we had roughly 40 shot attempts. So this is a little bit better team we're facing today. Moose, Coos, and Cohen out there. Moose, Coos, Cohen. There's Coos with the puck. Works a load of Cohen. Cohen trying to create some room for herself. Works it down. Coos gives chase. She's got Moose to help her out there. We got 2 Lakers. I love it. All right. Coos senses a little pressure. Ties up against the wall. You got 3 Polar Bears trying to get that puck from 2 of our Lakers. Cohen's doing a good job staying just a little bit wide, staying clear of it. She's there to create some trouble. Uh-oh, the Polars come up with that one. It's a 2-on-1 on the way back. Ella Peterson, good D. She gets a skate on that to prevent the pass from getting across. Great job. And Kuz hustling down to the corner, gets that thing out. Excellent job. Just missed the cross-ice pass there. And the Polars work it down low again. Quick. I love that quick pass. Annie's looking for the cross-ice pass. Maybe take a stride or two and then hit that pass. Suck somebody to you. Here we go again. The Polars are just full pressure. So if we can find our way behind them a few times, I think we'll get some odd man rushes that'll be terrific. Dump and chase again. The Polars drop it in. I think their strategy is dump and chase and body. So far, it's been working okay for them. Kuz fighting with a Polar along the far side, try to get that puck out. Ella Peterson goes to help. Kuz up to Cohen. Cohen sees Moose. Moose has got a stick on it. She tries to dangle. Not fooling number 7 from the Polars. Here we go in our zone again. Bailey's out there. Yep, Bailey's got an opportunity. Annie enters the zone. Looking to load it up. Annie wheels. She's wheeling. Still looking for an opportunity. Cam works it back down to Annie. Annie dangles around one. Zips it behind the net. You got Strothman going to get that. Strothman chips it back down low again. Good option when you don't sense you have a really good opportunity to do much. Ooh, they just barely try to get that out of or they try to clear that and they just barely get it out of the zone. Regroup here back. Strothman on the far side. Ooh, it's a 1v1. Number 17. Don't let her load up on that forehand. There we go. Great job, Cam, getting a little stick on that shot as it came in. We're trying to set up on the far side. Bray loses the puck a little, but we get a couple of lucky breaks there. Jumps forward for us. The Polars are coming back this direction. Entering the zone. They're looking for somebody in that high slot area. There's another piece of something out on the rink that doesn't help. Yeah, maybe a neck guard. My color commentator notes. Strothman, ooh, almost. There you go, Bailey. Now get that puck clear. Got to get that out of the zone. There we go. Bailey dangles around one. Bray comes up with that one. Bray tries to work it down low. Not quite far enough for us to be able to get a change or create any real pressure, but they decide to regroup towards the back. Gives us an opportunity, actually, to jump out and get some new skaters out there. Witherspoon is on the attack, but they come up with a nice breakout pass, and it looks now like we could catch the Polars in the change if we move quick here. Let's move that puck. Cam fights all the way through. It's called good at the blue line. It's pretty generous. Boylan, long shot from the top of the thing. I don't mind those shots. It would be nice if it landed on net. Annie moves. Works around one, works around another. She's looking. She makes one kid fall. Oh, tries to load up her D, who wasn't quite ready for such a good pass. The Polars come away with that one. There we go. It's in people's skates. Boylan senses an opportunity. Annie moves, go with her. Annie's at the tail end of a long shift, I think. Boylan trying to keep it. Boom! Oh! Witherspoon was right there. What sort of penalty are we calling here? Or is it just an injured player? All right. Okay, so we got an injured player situation, not a penalty being called. 8 minutes and 18 seconds left in this first half. Never like to see a kid hurt. I think she's going to be okay. The Lakers all are circled up around the bench, and the coaches say, why don't you go get that debris off of the rink? All of Witherspoon jumps out there to take care of it. We've now got 2 Polar coaches making their way out to the injured player. She seemed to be she's been able to turn over, and she's stretching out her legs now, so I think she's going to be okay. Yeah, we're not quite sure what's happening. She's not convulsing in pain. She's not. So that is a good sign. Oh, it looks like we're pointing to parents, though, in the stands, which that's not a good sign. For those of us bound by the Hippocratic Oath, this is always a sensitive moment. Do we rush into the fray? Oh, we got a phone call coming in, too. Well, it looks like something. They're having some conversation, and they're looking to the stands. There's lots of looks up to the stand to. Okay, so if you're a coach of the Lakers, what do you do here? Circle up the team, give them some good tips about what to do and not do. This is almost like an extended timeout. It looks like we're about to get the door open, and this kid's going to make their way off the ice. One of the legs looks a little askew. Yep, but as Dan Moose has just noted. All joking aside, you never like to see a kid get hurt, and this kid looks like she's having trouble putting weight on one of her legs, but it looks like she can still move it. I didn't see what happened there. It was kind of away from the puck. So hopefully everybody's all right. The Polars are now down 2 coaches, but they still have one on the bench, so I think that play can resume pretty promptly here. We're at 8 minutes and 18 seconds left in the first half. It's a 1-1 game. Shots, according to the scoreboard, are 4-4. Cohen is our lone goal scorer on a nice crossing pass by Bray. Just about a minute and a half into this game. Kuz on the faceoff. Wins that one back. Ooh, just out of reach of Quinney. The Polars give chase. They are not messing around. Works it up the sideboards. Great job, Kuz. All the way up to Cohen. Cohen just loses the handle on that one, but she fights through. Here we go. She's got a little break. She's got an angle. Fire that thing, kiddo. Oh, and Bray was right there. Bray did a great job crashing the net on that one. Our girls they've been watching the play develop instead of crashing the net. I think if our girls start crashing the net, they're going to end up getting twice as many scoring opportunities. Bray is on fire today. I don't know if she had waffles this morning at the breakfast buffet or what, but whatever she did this morning, I think she should do it again because she's been playing great. Long cross-ice pass. Polars get it out of our zone. So 2-on-2, quickly diffused by our defenseman. Here we go, up to Jetta Barrick working into the zone. Jetta tries to work it over. Oh, great idea, just tossing it out in front. Kuz was there just a second too late. Maddie Strothman, come on, Strothy. Oh, just over the net. I think that one was rolling on her when she tried to fire it. As a result, it caught the edge of her stick and went up. Okay, we got Withers. I think that's Witherspoon, jumps into the play, before she even has a handle on her stick, the stick's on her puck, or the puck's on their stick. Okay, you got Witherspoon dangling around a couple of people. Brown behind the net, looking to walk it. No dice there. Strothman activates on the far side. The Polars get lucky there. It should be an icing. There we go. It is. Now, reffing 101. When you think it's going to be an icing, you raise your hand. Is that correct? Yes. My wife knows this, and I've told most other people, but Nora and I are thinking about getting our stripes. Actually, she really wants to, so that we can be a reffing team. So I've been studying the rule book. Witherspoon on the draw. Bailey over there on the... Here we go. Witherspoon. She's got Strothman behind the net. Thinks better of it. Dangles in the corner. Bailey comes in to help out. Strothy on this near side. Trying to make some room for herself. Big number 5 from the Polars was there. Great play. Great play pinching. Out to Witherspoon in the slot. Ooh! She was going to load it up onto her forehand, and it got knocked away. Here we go. Bailey in the corner again. Strothman does a great job calling for it. It gets out to our point. Here we go. Shot. Just wide. I don't think they're keeping great track of the shots in this game, unlike last night, unfortunately, because it still says 4-4. And I know we haven't gotten all of our shots on net, but I think that it's been more than 4 shots. Okay, the Polars do a good job dumping it low. Nobody's home for the breakout pass. That one gets knocked towards our net. Ella Peterson working it around. Gets out to the Polars point. Long shot on. We get a whistle. Long shot. Very comfortable save for our goalie. It's fantastic. Looks like we're doing a full change. Coos, Moose, Boylan is on the front side with Kylie and Cam on the back side. 5:27 left. It looks like they just got a shot on goal. Maybe they're just counting whistles as a result of shots on goal. Coos loses that one. It gets knocked wide. Moose gives chase. Moose sees Boylan. Boylan chips it to herself a little bit. Got to control that pass a little bit better. Tries to work it out to the front. Hopefully she doesn't punch the kid that just took her out again. That one was a close call. Probably could have or should have been a penalty. But it's all right. They're mostly letting them play. I think these guys realized they were behind on time after the first game. And so they've decided we got to keep things a little tighter this game. Boylan dangles around one. Tries to dangle around the same kid again. Moose sees an opportunity to trip her up. Good job. Boylan's there to help. All right, Kylie's jumping into the play on the far side. Coos is doing a great job covering that point. Little interference there. Probably incidental. Coos giving chase. Polars dump it low. Cam's back there to pick it up. Boylan on the far side. Ooh, just misses the breakout pass. Cam again gathers. She's coming around the net. Sees Moose. Moose, boom. Moose looks to load up the far side pass. Boylan waits for it to come to herself. She's got a 5-on-1 roughly. Does a good job just eating a little time in the corner, but loads up, moves again. Oh, just over the net. Our girls need to get some shots a little bit lower, I think, because we've had a fair number of pucks just sail high over this net. It's hard to get a rebound when it bounces over the net. Bailey jumps on the ice and is activating very quick. Polars dump it down again. Cam goes back to collect that one. Ooh, the Polars actually created some pressure there. Our goalie sucks that one up. 1-1 with 3:49 left in the first half. Okay, Brown on the faceoff. Bray again. I said earlier Bray was having a great game. She's having a great game as I'm watching. Gets up to Cohen. Cohen gets it low. Cohen keeps skating at it, creating good pressure. All right. Brown works it out to the point. Schubert from the point. Ooh, just knocked wide. Good talking. Cohen was down below, and you could hear from up here saying, I'm open. Bray goes in to help. Bray picks that one out. Bray gets attacked by two polars down there. Out to our point again. Quinny wisely decides, instead of trying to shoot through traffic, yes, works it down. She does a great job loading up the forwards instead of taking a bad shot. Bailey, who is overdue, works around one player, gets a clean shot. Goalie made a save, but it was a powerful enough shot that it bounced right off of the save into the net. Let's go, Lakers. 2-1 with 3 minutes and 6 seconds left. The shots, I don't know where they're counting them, so I'm going to quit reporting them. All right. Strothy, Boylan, Witherspoon out there. Kind of a mini-me line. Nor would take offense to that. 2-1 game. Polars trying to create some action for themselves. They not unsuccessfully so far. They're down in our zone. They're using some of their big bodies, but we're getting sticks on it. I like that. Ooh, that defenseman is way down there. Pinching hard. She was down all the way by the hash marks. And I think we just got to get this puck out of our zone. They work it low again. Ella Peterson sees an opportunity. Oop. All right, good job. Strothy says, you're in stride. You just go. Witherspoon. Ugh, they just chipped it out. Horrible. Witherspoon tries to work it across. Polars get it down low again. 2 minutes left in this first half. All right, there we go. Now it's on our stick and we're skating. We're skating hard. No, that dangle didn't quite work. They just are not biting on the fancy stick handling on the Polars team. Long shot, misses the net. Our goalie knocks it aside. Gets worked up to the side again. Boylan just decides to clear. She must be exhausted. Time to get a change. Moose jumps out there. The Polars trying to work it in again. They're just dumping and chasing, guys. And again, they're dumping it in, just keeping it barely in. Shot over the net. Whoosh! That was a close call for us. 1 minute and 3 seconds left. I think the Lakers need to get out of this period and get a reset. Coach Nolan can tell them, everybody relax and play your positions. There we go. Over to Cohen. Cohen moves in tow. Cohen dangles around. Literally gets a stick caught in the girl's head. Cohen walking, thinking about shooting. She's walking, shoots, misses. I think it hit some traffic. I shouldn't say misses. I think that it hit a body on the way in there, and then Moose was doing a great job being right on top of the net. Coos, Moose, Cohen, Carlson, and Kylie on the backside. Out to the point. Carlson thinks about a shot. That one's there. Ooh, that rebound was almost there. 31 seconds left in this half. Going along the far side. Yep, long shot. Ooh, there it is. There's an opportunity if you can get there. Goalie quickly covers it up. Their defense don't mind playing some body. The Polars are going to try to play with 7 players. Oh, sorry. They're just doing a late change. Coos, Moose, Cohen out there. 20 seconds left. Let's trap him in this zone. Out to our point. Kylie's got it. Cohen tries to work towards the middle. Sees Moose on the back door. That's counted. Let's go. 3-1. Again, going to the net. Our girls yesterday, I think, were not doing enough lateral movement when they had an opportunity to get a pass across the center. So now it's 3-1 on shots that aren't being counted accurately. For the last 10 seconds, we've got Brown, Strothy, and Bray out there. Five seconds remain. Cam, just eat this. Just eat it up. There we go. And that'll get us to the half. Your Lakers lead the Polars 3-1 after the first 24 minutes.
That's on me.
Oh, we were muted. Oh, it looks like Boylan just collected another penalty.
That's my fault.
She's in the sin bin officially. It is now.
I think so.
Yeah.
I had it on mute. Yeah.
We had it on mute. Everyone at home missed some.
Mute does not allow sound.
Yeah. If you mute the device, ordinarily people at home can't hear. Cam in the corner trying to clear it out. Ooh, boy. Good job. Cohen coming back. Kylie takes one. Oh, wow. That was a great opportunity for them. Luckily, it gets cast aside. Kylie in the corner trying to work out. We got multiple. That Polar didn't like that too much. Coos works it up to the point. We got Coos and Cohen out on the front side. Carlson and Kylie on the back side. That just clears the zone. I love that. Polar's thinking about trying to get back into the zone. It looks like Boylan is in the box praying for forgiveness, actually. She's got her head down. Coos is right there in front of her. We got 1 minute left on the penalty kill. 21-18 left in the second half. Somebody is starting to try to keep track of shots a little bit more carefully. Brown on the front side. Schubert and Ora on the back side. There we go. Nice little break there. Bailey grabs that one up. She picks it up, working into the zone. Gets a little tripped up. I don't think there was any penalty there, but I think it was just an awkward little two skaters coming together. Bray working around the outside. Okay, let's keep on track down there. We got 40 seconds left to kill here, 35 seconds left to kill. Polars are gathering, coming down the ice. They lose the handle on that one. Brown does a great job interfering with that. Polars work it down low. We're back to gather that, bounces it off the boards, gets a nice clear out of our zone. Our two forwards are going for a change. Witherspoon and Strothman now jump onto the ice. We got about 5 seconds left of this penalty to kill. Witherspoon's there. It gets worked down low into our zone. Penalty is now over. Quinn works it up to Strothman. Strothman chips it out of the zone. Polars work it back in. That's a offsides call that is legitimate. It looks like two of our players, Strothman and Witherspoon, decided to body check each other along the near side. Center ice face-off. Here we go. Back. Polars win that one. Offsides again. How about we do another center ice face-off, guys? Nope. All right. Oliver Witherspoon likes to call a play each time. Boylan sees that one, jumps in it, tries to get around the player. Just loses the handle on that one. They ring it around. Good job pulling that off the boards. Trying to chip it in. Oh, no. Unlucky. That just bounced off of some shin pads there. Good back check. I keep track in my book. Back checks are worth a lot of money. Good job on the far side, tying that up in the offensive zone. Let's go. Ooh, Strothman almost got a stick on that. Wow, they just came up with that lucky for the Polars there. Classic breakout pass. Strothman sees it. Witherspoon up to Boylan. It's a good look all the way around. Fires just off the goalie's pads. I think Nora and I are going to stop by Shields on the way home and buy her a goal. I think that might get the goal scoring started. The last couple of weeks feels like that's what we might need to do. Polars work it back down low. Strothman goes for a change. Looks like Cohen's jumping out in their place. 18:49 left. Somebody cover the slot. Good job, Boylan, getting a stick on that. Now, got to get it out of there, though. Close range shot. You got more traffic right in front. There's a hook coming against the Lakers. I think it's a hook on the Lakers.
On us?
No, it's a high stick.
I didn't see that. Did you see that?
I did not see that. We're gonna check the tape on that later today because maybe that's a call that's left over from the first half. There was at least one high stick that she didn't get called on, so I'm pretty convinced that there was no high stick there. Coos and Moose out to kill the penalty. Great. Right on Annie's stick. I want some puck luck. The kid falls over. Let's go. Use your speed, Annie. Annie gets driven to the corner. Nice defensive play by that kid. One of their better players is this kid with the blue helmet, blue breezers, that plays on defense for the Polars. Coos gets a long shot on net. I like it. I take back the comment. Apparently that's a Minnetonka skater. I withdraw the comment or compliment.
Just for the record, Art complimented the Minnetonka player.
I do it a lot. I get in trouble. I'm not on camera, thank God for all of us, but I did put on the Edina hockey hat. See if I couldn't change some luck here. 1 minute and 31 seconds left in the second half. 18:02 remaining in the game. Coos and Moose are still on the front side. Cam and Kylie on the back side. We got long shot. Nope. That one gets deflected. Knocked to the corner. Polars are gathering, trying to come out of the zone. They're coming in. They don't quite have numbers. Attempted dangle. Coos comes up with that one. Coos trying to reach that red line. Gets it. No icing. Great job, Coos. She just battled for the extra 5 feet and got it all the way deep into their zone. The Polars are coming back with some speed. Big bodies down there. Not a lot happening. Just a lot of motion, but not a lot happening there. All right, Polars are coming out of the corner with it. Leave for the point out here. Coos gives chase. 43 seconds left. Is this a 10-minute penalty? Because it feels like a very long penalty. Ooh, nice cross-ice pass for them. 30 seconds left. Coos blocks that one, chips that out of the zone. Good decision. I think she knew. I got 3 of my teammates out here, including myself, that's pretty tired. Let's get a change, and let's make sure that we get some fresh legs out here. Unlike the professional or collegiate level, when you ice it at this age, you get an opportunity to replace your players. That's their problem.
Yeah, you don't stop the play.
You don't stop the play. I think he's stopping the play to allow the Polars to fix their mistake. This is an unusual thing. It doesn't exist in the rule book. So now instead of them having to have a mistake, they get a redo. Let's hope this redo doesn't result in a goal. All right, Bailey says, not on my watch. Pulls it out of the corner. Chases along the near side. Polars come up with that. Nice job. Number 15 on the Polars, rubbing out Bailey to get that puck. Good centering pass. Great job, Quinny, knocking it aside. And we get a nice, quick clear. I love that. Now, we are back at full strength. Cohen jumps into the box, into the player's box. Strothman is out on the ice. Strothman trying to create some opportunity at the blue line. Unlucky again. Puck just bounces the wrong direction. Polars are entering our zone. They're looking for a centering pass. Good centering pass. Ends up on Boylan's stick, though, instead. Boylan looks across, decides, I got some speed. I'm going to try to go around the outside. Then passes it over. Oh! Great job, Bailey. Down along the far side. Boylan gets tangled up. Strothman comes up with that one. Strothman making some room for herself. Leaves for the point. Back down to the corner. Strothman down to Witherspoon. Witherspoon loads up Boylan. Just couldn't quite get her stick on it. That one was in her feet. And she wasn't able to get her handle on it. All right. No icing. They do a quick reset. Long pass out to Strothman. Now they've got their players back on the ice. Strothman's Zings that one at the goal. Possibility diffused. Coos moves Cohen on the front side. 15-17 left in the second half. Ella Peterson and off the post. Annie Moose. Was that Annie? Annie Moose ended up with the puck on her stick. Took a very fast, quick shot. Good job. Beat the goalie. Couldn't beat the post. All right, here we go. Face off. Again, over to Annie Moose. Almost there. She's absolutely battling. I love that. Coos is there trying to create some trouble. We work it back in. Coos on the far side boards. Moose. Luckily, no trip call there. Cohen in the slot trying to create some trouble again. Ooh, that's just a lucky play. Luckily, Ella Peterson's so fast. She gets back no problem. Coos. Oh, just in her skates. There we go. The Polars on the attack. Coos working on her back check. Somebody step. We got a broken stick. Yep. Severe disappointment in the broken stick. I think her parents were up here making the same motion with their shoulders. Yep. Luckily, there's a Shields sporting goods store nearby. For anyone wondering. Here we go. Cohen senses an opportunity. Rushes in there. Bailey, Bray, Cohen on the front side. Cohen tries to load it up into the center of the slot. No dice there. Number 7 for the Polars comes up with that one. They try to work it down low again. Cohen looking for an opportunity. Cohen pulls it out. Tries to load up her point. No dice there. Bailey, Bailey, again, I think our girls are getting better. They're getting more practice at these quick shots. That one landed on Bailey's stick. Boom. It was off. It was to the goal. Strothman jumps out to join the fight. They're collecting the debris from the broken stick. It's a souvenir nobody wants. Bailey on expensive souvenir. Bailey on the draw. Wins that one. Ooh, but the Bullers come up with it just barely. Here goes a 2v2. Great D. Great stick. Great job getting a stick on that. Bailey's back there to help. Playing her position well as a center. Bray comes up with it on the far side. Had to wait for it to come around. Cam tries to clear. Back again. Here we go. That's a trip. Yep, we got the call coming. Yep. Far side got it. Bray's got an opportunity. All right, let's go. Number 17 heads to the sin bin. I keep referring to the sin bin because there's a kitchen, bar, and casino across the parking lot that says, it's got the ad over there says, second best pizza in town.
That's funny.
Right.
It's a great name of a bar right across there.
Right across from the rink. That makes perfect sense. Witherspoon, Boylan, and Moose out there. Boylan gives chase. Let's get possession on a power play. That's what we got to do. Annie Moose. Wheels and fires. It's 4-1, baby. That was only 9 seconds on the power play. Excellent job getting the puck, getting possession, like I said, loading up somebody, and Annie firing at the net. Great job. What's interesting about this game is I felt like we dominated more last night.
Yeah.
And the score was not as lopsided. So this one feels comfortably in hand, but there's still 13 minutes and 2 seconds left to play here. So over to Boylan. Boylan looking for that pass up to Witherspoon. Witherspoon runs into traffic. Now it's getting worked down into the corner again. You got 3 Polars. You only got 2 Lakers down there in the corner. Near side corner. The Polars came up with that one. Now we're backing out of the zone. They're trying to rush it. This kid's pretty quick. This might be the Tonka player I mentioned earlier. Weird carom off of everybody's pads. Ends up. I think that's an offsides call. There was also a fair amount of pushing and shoving happening there, so I thought for a moment a penalty was being called. Coos at center with Cohen and Bray, Quinney and Aura on the backside. Forgive me on the defenders. Their numbers are all pretty similar, and I don't know the skaters as well as I would if we were in the middle of an association season. So I'm trying to call it out as quickly as I can. Okay, that was a nice break. Cohen almost had an opportunity there. Goalie did a good job just jumping on top of that puck. Bray, Coos, Cohen. Coos wins that faceoff quickly back. Work it down low. Coos goes to work. Behind the net. Cohen's helping her out. It's tough when you get those two down there. They are not going to lose a collective puck battle. Cohen and Coos. Cohen making some room. Works it out to Quinney. Quinney fires. Ooh. That's just bouncing up. I don't know what that bounced off of, but it dropped right onto Coos' stick right in the slot. I think she was surprised by it. Cohen works it down low again. Here we go. Polars. Coos interrupts that pass. But unfortunately, it bounces right onto the Polar Bears stick. They work it down low again. Quinney probably just avoided an interference call by taking out a player away from the puck. Good luck. Cohen enters the zone. She should just shoot that. Yeah. The defender was backing up, giving her more and more space. Good idea just to let it fly. Witherspoon, Brown, and Strothman. You know, the Polish deserve some credit. They're not giving up yet. 11 minutes and 2 seconds left in the second half. The Polars flip it down far into our zone. That's collected. It's Jetta. Jetta escapes. Good job moving her over to Brown. Brown chips it up to Witherspoon. Witherspoon gets a nice little touch on it. Trips up Brown as she tries to make her way past. What's that?
It was a good idea.
It was good. The Polars recover that and get a work deep into our zone again. Jetta in the corner. She's got two Polars trying to create some trouble. They got number 15 hanging out in the slot. Okay. If we can grab some possession, that'd be great. Olive Witherspoon sees the little lane. She's going. She's got Strothman with her. It's a 2v2. Strothman's in the slot. Strothman sees an opportunity, tries to zing that one in. Goalie knocks it aside. We've completed a partial change. You got Witherspoon, Strothman, and Boylan out there now. Strothman, I think, took a shot there in the slot. So she's got it. She's headed to the bench. I think she took a shot right off her head. I don't like seeing that at all. She was pressing her hand to her forehead as she made her way in. Jettis sees a little bit of a lane, decides to skate with it. It looks like Maddie Strothman's still on her feet. I think she got her bell rung a little bit, but she's okay. Lots of bodies flying around. 9 minutes and 25 seconds left in this contest. That one bounces out to Boylan playing D. Unusual spot for her. Woo! They come up with a lucky situation there. Coos sees Moose. Moose achieves the red line. Accidentally gets it over to Boylan. It's a little weird. But we'll take it. 9 minutes left. Cam keeps it in at the blue line. Cam dangles. She's thinking about loading up. Gets it under her backhand. And moves another quick shot. This puck is just bouncing around now down there. I think most of our players are starting to get a little tired. Cam sees an opportunity to keep that one down low. Boylan's been out there for far too long, in my opinion. Because now a player of lesser skill is running away from her. Okay, number 14 from the Polar Bears decides, I'm going to dump and get a change. Smart decision to make. Boylan decides it's time for a change. That's probably a good idea. We got Bailey giving chase. Bray, good job. Quick stick there. Bray sees an opportunity. Just flips it at the net. Great idea. Cam back to recover. Cam thinks about the cross-ice pass. Completes it. Bailey chips it up. Nice job right off of Cohen. Goalie makes a nice save there. Cohen was cooking there. Came in. Had an opportunity. Ooh! Great shot. And Bailey did a great job just trying to tip that one in. Cohen's back to retrieve that one. Looking around. Sees an opportunity just to chip it off the wall and then clear. Bailey gives chase. Trying to keep this one deep in there. 7 minutes and 14 seconds left. That's all right. They've got one player coming down. They caught us in a little bit of a change here. So number 3 had some velocity coming down here. That one ends up sailing high and wide. Doesn't even count as a shot. Cohen, corner. Cross ice pass right through the slot. Whoosh. Bray achieves that red line. Good defensive play by the Polars there to come up with that. Cohen's there to collect the puck. She's down behind the net. The Polars are still skating, and now they come up with it. They're gathering as they come out of the zone. We head off for a change. I think that's Witherspoon jumping on the ice. Oh, no. I think that's Maddie Strothman. I'm glad to see Maddie Strothman's back in the game. Let's go, Strothy. Strothy fighting off multiple Polars. Dangling around multiple. Love it. Yep, be careful. Good job. Comes right back out. Quinny loads it up for Boylan. Boylan thinks about dangling. Dangles again. Tries the short side. It was a great opportunity. Her dad may have told her, shoot 1 or 2 short side. I think I'm going to hear about that. Quinny gathers in our defensive zone. She's working around. She's got time. Polars come up with that one. Quinny ties it up. It's over to Witherspoon. Witherspoon sees the opportunity. Works it up to Boylan. Boylan in transition. This is one of their better defenders. We saw it before, too. She dangles around. I take that back again. There's another one that's Minnetonka. This one not identified by blue equipment, so I can't be faulted for that. So the Tonka people are showing well in this game. I gotta say, that's a nice. 5 minutes and 17 seconds left. Listen, if I've ever said anything negative about Tonka, it's mostly because of my experience with the Moose family over the years. In all seriousness, there's nothing better for me than commentating the Edina Tonka game because I know almost every player, and I've known almost every player for at least 5 years. Those are some of my favorite games. And usually Edina wins. Harper's got it just out of face-off. Gets worked down low. Cohen's there. Cohen's trying to battle. She's got a couple of Polars against her, no problem. Annie loads up again. Hits the shot. I love it. Almost the same play we saw before. This one not on a power play, where Annie's hanging out down low. The puck comes down to her, and then she comes to the front of the net and decides to fire it. Goalie doesn't see it coming. Goal. Love it. That makes it 5-1 in favor of the Lakers. And look, last night we just weren't getting the opportunity to get them in the net. They just weren't going. Tonight I feel like we've got the opposite, or this afternoon I feel like we've got the opposite. So hopefully this continues this evening too. For those of us at home, this evening's game is not that far away. It's at 5:30 Central. So we're just going to have about 4 hours, 3.5 hours between games, I think. And the Great Lakes team that I was watching this morning looks pretty formidable. They played a very physical game against North Dakota. And they lost a heartbreaker, I think, 5-4. Here comes the Polars trying to load up. Goes for a near side shot, misses. Moves on the far side, works it over. Plenty of ice on the far side. Very smart hockey play. Cohen just chips it in, having achieved the red line, gets it down low. Polar's back to collect. They're working around one player, two player. Bailey's there. Polar's just fling it out. Peterson. Woo, that was tough. High pressure situation. She handles it with a fair amount of ease to get that puck out of there. Polars get lucky on that one. So 1-0. Shot. That's a goal. That makes it 5-2 with 3 minutes and 46 seconds left. So, recap of that one, I think the Polars had 3 kids down there against just one of our defenders. We were trying to get it clear. Couldn't quite get it out. It popped loose right onto the stick of one of their forwards, number 11, who got an opportunity to sail in all alone. Missed the first shot. Our goalie made a great save and then chipped it in with a little backhand off of her own rebound. 3 minutes and 46 seconds left in this second half. We got Bray, Strothman, and Bailey out there. I think Strothman just threw her net guard off, creating some debris out on the ice. Here come the Polars again. You got to give them credit for not giving up on this game here. Bailey's trying to get it loose. Good defensive play, just keeping her body in front of the right spot. Strothman gets that clear. Bailey goes for a change. Bray goes for a change. Strothman trying to continue some pressure. Long cross-ice pass. Moose jumps onto it. Witherspoon fighting her way in. Strothman goes for a change to complete the full change. Quinny and Cam out on the point. Trying to solo breakout here on the far side. The puck goes flying all the way, careening down. That's going to be an ice. 2 minutes and 35 seconds left. It's a 5-2 lead for the home team on the scoreboard. Olive Witherspoon calling in play. Quinny and Pana on the backside. Looks like we're going to just try to win this one cleanly. Doesn't quite get clean. Moose, Witherspoon, Boylan. Boylan flips it over to the far side. Moose goes to activate. Good defensive play, trying to bring her in, and then ends up getting that puck loose. Big rebound. It's good to get that one clear. I think our girls are starting to say, can we just head to the locker room soon? And the Polars are continuing to play. Get a nice clear there. 1 minute and 55 seconds left in this game. Witherspoon jumps into the zone. Bounces off the boards. That's a clear. Again, achieve the red line. We're clear on the zone entry. Long shot, misses. Over to Boylan on the far side. Boylan tries to dangle, loses the handle. Polar comes up with it. Working down the far side of the rink. No call there. Probably could have been a call, but no call. Quinny comes up with that puck behind the net. Over to Bray. Bray's looking across far side. Boylan just let that one bounce off the boards. And it's right on your stick on the far side, kiddo.
Oh, nice.
There we go. Boylan up to Brown. Brown enters the zone all alone. And now Cohen comes out to join the fight. It's a 5-on-2 in the offensive zone. 50 seconds left in this contest. The Polars are desperate. That's an icing. 42 seconds left, and then we can head to the Blue Moose. "42 seconds remain." Nice shot. Here we go. Almost in. Bailey's there. Strothy, Cohen, Brown on the forward side. 28 seconds remain. Ooh. Okay, and then 23 seconds remain. Let's just eat this or get it out of our zone. Strothman on the far side tries to clear it. There we go. It's out. At the red line, Cohen tries to chip it forward. 9 seconds left. 8 seconds left. Shot wide. That's the end of this contest. Now, according to the Blue Moose's website, it's fine dining with a casual Northwood flair. So all of us are looking forward to getting into the Blue Moose. We'll see everybody back here in